Welcome, everybody. Welcome. My name is Darth Jungle Cutler of the DJC. Today, we're getting back into Batman Telltale, The Enemy Within. We've gotten some things moving here. Lucius Fox's daughter. We're getting ever closer to telling her who we are. We have not seen Bane, but we have met Harley. And Harley, in this universe, is before the Joker, which is kind of unique, kind of interesting. I kind of like it. I'm not saying I don't. I think it's a good way to go. I guess we'll see. But we're gonna get back into this. Jim. We need to tell Jim who we are too.
Bad signal. Rooftop briefing. Almost feels like the good old days.
Well, if you mean the city's crawling with masked lunatics and I'm not the commissioner, you're not far off the mark.
That's not what I meant. Waller told me.
Everything's got to go through her office now. Demotion's still tied up in paperwork. For once, the bureaucracy is working in my favor. Here, you're welcome. It's information on Harleen Quinzel from sealed records we dug up at the coroner's office.
Harleen Quinzel's father committed suicide after decades of struggling with mental illness.
Yeah, tough story. Quinzel was a devoted, successful doctor.
But she couldn't save him. Must have been hard on her. The trauma of her father's death caused her breakdown. Turned her into the monster she is today.
Now, I know what she's done, but I can't help but feel a little sorry for her. It's gotta be rough on a person, going through all that.
Yeah. The loss of a loved one can do that.
I'd have to imagine it would.
Gordon, you're dismissed.
This is still my goddamn station house.
He's forgetting I'm the one who can make or break his career right now.
You only remind me every other minute.
Clearly, I need a better method of getting the message across.
That's enough, Waller. This is Jim's precinct. He's free to do as he pleases.
Maybe you weren't paying attention.
I don't care, Waller.
This is my turf now.
You're gonna push me.
And maybe I've been playing a little bit too much the Squad
No,
versus Kills the Justice League,
truth.
but
something you wouldn't
let me
know
be
a
100
damn
with
thing
you.
about.
I don't like Waller. I've never liked Waller.
She's
I've never
got some
done
kind of leverage on you, doesn't she? If she's jammed you up somehow, just say the word. I'll appeal to the mayor, the governor, whatever it takes to get her off your back.
I'll do whatever I can to help you.
She knows who I am, Jim.
Oh yeah? Well, so do I. You're Batman. That's all you ever have to be. That's all Gotham needs you to be. And you, if you're threatening to take that away, you should be ashamed of yourself. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, good choices there, I think. I don't care
You're
about
supposed
Waller.
to come to Gotham, put the chains on Riddler and his gang, and get the hell out. I'm just saying, this city gets under your skin fast. Know what I mean? Best laid plans and all that.
I do know. This city has made me who I am.
So I've heard. I just wish Gotham produced more Batmans and less Riddlers. Make my job a whole lot easier. I guess
I
you
bet it
both
would.
see it differently. Agent Avesta. She fought to get on this assignment, you know? Wanted to see her old neighborhood. Wanted to see you. Her hometown hero. She wanted to impress you. She admires what you do for the people of this city. Your respect is important to her.
She certainly succeeded on that front.
She's one of my best. Still, wanting to impress you, it's the same thing that made her move too fast on Riddler. Now there's a lesson learned. So, Wayne Enterprises. Heard you made some new friends.
You're having me followed.
Thanks to you, these very bad people have an EMP and a key that'll open every lock I would want to keep bolted shut. They're clearly planning something. The stakes are too high to leave anything to chance.
But duh.
You know, I actually considered asking you to infiltrate Riddler's gang. Before everything blew up, I knew I could count on you to get me close to them. Close to Bane. You're good at this. Seems like you've already won Harley Quinn's trust.
What you saw was just a test.
An operation like theirs requires someone with your resources. As long as you don't blow it, they're gonna want to keep Bruce Wayne around until they take him for all they can. Get them away from their base of operations. Somewhere they'll be exposed. When they're all together, out in the open, contact me. I'll be standing by, ready to ambush.
I don't
Take
like
them
this.
down when they're at their most vulnerable.
It's the thing,
Sound
they're
good?
never going to be
They'll
They're
never
not.
know what hit them.
You need to involve Gordon.
Don't tell me how to run my operation.
His people know this city better than anyone.
And they have their hands filled with other priorities right now.
No, you bring in Gordon or I'm not doing it.
Batman. If it gets bad for you, just remember. We're out here. When you're in deep like this, you need friends. Let's say everything goes pear-shaped, and you get stuck in there longer than you'd like. Then what's right, what's wrong, it all gets blurry. And guess what? That's okay. Because you're going to have to do some blurry things that you are not proud of before this is done. You hear me? That's just how these kinds of operations go down.
I created Batman to strike fear into criminals, not become one.
Batman's not the one rubbing shoulders with them at the moment. You should think about which one Gotham really needs right now.
Al, I'm in.
Just don't stay embedded any longer than necessary.
I'll be in and out, Alfred. Just long enough to figure out their plans.
Good luck, Bruce. Stay safe.
All right. Here we go.
Hey
Am I
now.
upside down? Or tied
Welcome
up?
to our little hideaway, home away
I'm
from
tied to the
home.
chair.
The end of the line. We're happy to have you.
Thanks, John.
You said you'd kill him after you got what you needed.
So what? Ain't a girl allowed to change her mind?
Could someone get me out of these handcuffs, please?
Tell me why I shouldn't kill you.
I'm kicking him.
Well, it seems like the Prince of Gotham is more like an empty suit. I bring us back the
I knew it was
transport
gonna
and
work.
arms we
I knew it.
require.
I knew it was gonna work.
You bring back a worthless aristocrat. We don't need his money. We have what we need to finish this. Thanks to me.
He ain't worthless, you overgrown bicep. He already got us an EMP device and the failing scheme. I'll betcha I can find a use for him.
I do not care how much these two swoon over you, Wayne. We don't want you here, and we don't need you here.
Whoopsie.
What the hell?
Turn it off!
Cut it off! Now!
Can you do something about this?
It's Freeze.
Freeze is coming. What have you done?
You need to uncuff me.
Don't screw this up.
You fool!
I can turn it off.
Make it stop, or I will seal you both in ice! I swear, if you don't get that electricity back on immediately, I'll send you to a frozen hell.
Well, at least we know that it works.
I must check on Nora. See how she is.
You may have impressed these two, but I haven't made up my mind about crushing your skull.
I really don't care, Bane.
Everyone back to work.
How's that sound, Bane? I don't give a shit.
Done.
Who
I don't
put you
care.
in charge?
Somebody has to give the orders.
What are you doing with that guy?
That was a nice job before. Come on up to my office.
I might be a
Listen,
little worried
Bruce.
about this part.
I just want to clear the air a little. You distanced yourself from us back at your office. I don't blame you, after all the trouble I caused. You probably noticed I like to stir things up. It's a bad habit, and, well, it's made me more enemies than friends. I want to say I'm sorry for messing with your people. Your employees. I know they probably mean a lot to you.
Thank you, Harley. Your apology means a lot.
Really? You probably think I'm a terrible person, but I want you to understand. You've seen these animals I work with. In my business, you let your guard down for a second, you get torn to shreds.
I can only imagine.
If I'm always pushing buttons, it's to keep people off balance, you know? Keep them guessing my next move. Keep the real me hidden. I hope you ain't gonna judge me for it. To be honest, I've been at it so long I don't even notice I'm doing it. It's just a part of who I am.
We all wear masks, Harley. You don't have to be a criminal for that.
Even you? You ain't like these others. Bane's a powder keg. Freeze. Well, you saw Freeze. John's sweet, and believe me, he's got heaps of potential. But he's still a growing boy. You, though, you got your head screwed on right. You're reasonable. I can work with reasonable. We're pulling a job tonight. I want you to be a part of it. You already showed you know how to use that EMP better than any of these other clowns. I want you to come with.
So what's in it for me? What's my cut?
What do you need a cut for? I thought you were in this to deal with the agency. You play ball with me, I promise you. They'll regret ever coming back to Gotham. As for what we're up to,
I think I
all
went
will be
into that a little
revealed
too far.
eventually.
I was trying to play that like
Using
criminal
that
would have.
EMP, though, that's gonna make tonight's job a whole lot less messy. And that no-neck asshat Bane, he loves making a mess. People getting killed just makes his day. If you're gonna come with, you gotta convince the others.
Convince them?
It's a real pain in the ass sometimes, but you need a majority opinion for anything big. And bringing you along, well, you got some persuading to do. Let me know how I can help.
I get the feeling Bane doesn't like me very much.
That knucklehead respects strength and loyalty. Show him you got those, and he'll come around. He's a man's man. I don't got much time for all that burly machismo, but sit him down for a beer or something. He'll hear what you gotta say. He may kill you when you're done, but at least he'll listen.
So what's the deal with Freeze? He's unique.
You mean why he's blue and wrapped up in machinery? Accident in the lab. Here's the thing about Freeze. Only thing he gives two hoots about is his wife. He gave up everything to try and save her when she got sick. And I mean everything. Job, health, soul, the whole shebang.
She's dead?
Frozen stiff. Keeps her on ice in the next room while he searches for a cure. Ain't that just kooky? I mean, it explains why he flipped when the EMP went off.
I don't know. Sounds pretty romantic to me.
Bruce, you big softy. I suppose you could see it that way. It's just made him into such an angry person. You know? It's tearing him up inside. Talking about his wife is the only way to get Freeze to pay attention to you. But watch yourself. His attention ain't always a good thing.
So, okay. I am going to apologize.
Listen, I know about your father. About how you tried to help him.
He was a lost cause that made himself a shotgun lunch. What's that got to do with the price of tea in China? You trying to get in my head, Brucey?
Look, I lost my parents too.
I know the story. Everyone in this goddamn town knows the story.
That might
Don't
have
make
been
you
the wrong
president of the Dead Parents Club. If I wanted to talk about my pop, I wouldn't have had those records hidden. Which brings me to thinking, how the hell would you know a thing like that?
Well, you saw me with the
around
EMP.
my private life? You got some inside track I don't know about.
I have connections, Harley. Good ones. I dig up everything I can of potential business partners.
A background check? I guess that's only fair.
Still friends?
Yeah, still friends. To be honest, I'm impressed you found that out. Just don't bring it up again.
Learn my lesson, won't do it, promise. I do believe this is the perfect place right here to cut this, because we're going to get into probably some combat scenarios, maybe fighting with Bane a little bit here, maybe some arguments. I'm glad we made the right decision. I think John is going to be my only big issue here, but I think I know the Joker well enough. The Joker being the only redeemable character, other than Mr. Freeze, of course. But Mr. Freeze isn't even a bad guy, he's an anti-hero simply because he's trying to save the love of his life. So that, to me, is an anti-hero, not a villain. But the Joker is a villain, but I feel like he's the only redeemable villain. Harley's a part of that, but, you know, Harley had already proved that she could be redeemed through the Task Force X. So, the Joker could absolutely be redeemed. In fact, was in the future, where there's no Batman. They bring the Joker's head back to life, and he fights for the good guys. So, I do want to say, my Wolves, my Vikings, my Shield Maidens, I appreciate you guys being here today. I know this is a day later, and Radley was supposed to be today. I'm going to try to do a Radley live stream over the weekend. I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment today, and I spent an hour this morning at the gym, and you know, trying to get some of my health in check. That's all. Nothing major, but yeah, I think this is a great place to end it, and we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye bye.